everybody, it's Palm, and today I'm really excited about today's topic, which is effective journaling. And I don't know what it is, it makes everything better for me. And I'll tell you why. I know a lot of people are like, why is journaling so good? Why is it great for? I don't understand why journaling is supposed to be this great thing. Like, it seems so simple. Like, if it could fix all of my problems, then I would be fine by now, right? No. When I was younger, I used to do the same things that most people with a journal do. I would sit there, I'd write down all my thoughts and feelings on a piece of paper just to let out my anger or happiness or all these emotions that were gathered up inside of me and just be like, okay, I'm done. But journaling isn't that simple if you want it to be effective and make you happy and give you more purpose in life. It's not that simple. First, you need to start. And a lot of people haven't started yet. I feel like everybody in the world should at least try it once. Just sit down and write down your emotions. But the most effective part about journaling, the journaling part of it, is to read it back. That's the most effective part about the actual paper and the writing itself, is looking back at it. That is the effective part of the journal itself. That is really great to do. And I know that a lot of people, they'll be like, well, if I have a fight about something and I look at the journal, I read the journal after I wrote it, it's not really going to help me. Most of the time, it won't necessarily right off the bat. If you're still dealing with that situation, like it just happened today, and then you look at it again today, like right after it happened, it's not going to help you. But I think that people need to take the time to give themselves a little bit of a span of time between when they wrote it and when they actually look at it again. I think that you should be an outsider to the situation at hand. You should still remember it, but you should be able to have a different perspective on it since it's been so long that those emotions have gone away. It could be 2 days if that's really how it is. It could be a month, or it can be 3 months. It could even be a year that you look back at everything just to do it. Especially those serious situations. You might want to give yourself a little bit more time. But after a while, you'll figure out that you should look back at it, and once you do look back at it, that's when things start to change. This will require a little bit of work from you as the reader of your own feelings. Once you act on these, you will understand how you feel and how to start revising your own life so that you can have a more positive effect on it. So the journaling part is now done. You read it, you wrote, and you read. Those two big things, those are what the journal does. You write and you read. And then after you read, after a period of waiting, a span of time, now it's up to you. You could also write these things in your journal, how you feel about what you read in your journal. That actually helps you out more. The more you're able to look at how you're feeling and visualize it, the better it will be. It becomes more effective. It's like how you're studying something. You study something, you read it. Regurgitate it with your mouth. Do it. And then you'll be like, okay. Maybe you get a little bit more understanding of it once you have some outside perspective about it. And then you understand completely what's going on. Once you understand, you have to take the steps in order to fix that. It's like a problem, any problem. You have to take steps to fix it. And I think that when you look at what you wrote, you start to understand that situation or whatever it is that's bothering you at all, you figure out how to fix it. You could write down the problem and then get a solution. Now, the reason why you can get a solution from this is because if you write down if you want a new job, You write down the positives and negatives basically while you're speaking. But this job can be a great job in everybody else's perspective. But something about it is not making you feel happy. This job is not going to make you feel happy. And while you're describing this job, you'll be describing how unhappy you are about it. It could be even about being scared to take a new step. Once you write it down, you realize that you're scared to take the step. And you need to understand your own words. You read it back, you'll understand it. As long as you have some outside perspective on it. And you're not like really feeling crazy about it inside of you. Like, it's not like you're not having anxiety about it. Once you read it, you will stop having anxiety because you will tell yourself what to do. You ever have a conversation on the phone with somebody, you just listen to them and they'll be talking about a problem and then they'll just say it. They'll say the solution when they're talking about the problem. That's how a journal works. And if you start doing that, you actually start to solve your own problems that way. And if you don't solve the problem then, if you're dealing with a situation like with another person, you'll have some perspective on how to change what to do on how to dealing with the person. How to deal with the person. What did I just say? How to deal with the person. So basically you're just like, you guys are arguing all the time. And the reason why is you write down, you're just like, I don't know what it is, but he's always around me. And then we just end up fighting. Why? Because you don't have any sense. There you go. If you write down, I don't know why me and him always fight. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why me and my sister, me and my mother, me and my blah 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 always fight. We're always around each other. We spend enough time with each other to become close, but I don't understand why we fight so much. It's because you're always in each other's space and you guys don't have room to grow. Why? A lot of times one person has one opinion and another person has another opinion. And you guys are normally clashing because you need your own individuality to grow. And to do that, you need space. So, I think that it's important for people to look at what's going on in their lives so they can make a conscious decision on how to handle it. And that is what journaling does. And then after you do that, the next step is to just get started on figuring out how to fix the problem. And just get started on how to fix that problem. Once you give yourself space, you just need to start giving yourself more and more space. So then you can flourish. Because doing the same thing all the time and expecting things to change and be fine, it's insanity. That's the actual definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that something's going to change. And journaling has helped me out to realize that sometimes I need to be a calmer person. I can be quite interesting in certain situations. I could be overly defensive sometimes. I could be a lot of things. And journaling just helps you realize that. It's kind of important to do, to understand that something so simple, just becoming more conscious of yourself, can help you out to a point where you're just sitting there like completely happy and content. You feel better about yourself. If you're missing out on something, if you used to love something and you're just not doing it anymore and you feel terrible about it, you'll look at it again and you'll be like, wow, I feel terrible right now. And I should be doing the things that I love, just like I was happy here. It gives you an example of how to be, or how you used to be, that made you happy. And it can also give you some insight on if you need more help than just being by yourself with this journal. If you understand what I'm saying. If you need psychological help, if you keep seeing a pattern over and over again, you can't shake it, no matter what you do, then you can go get assistance for medical help. All of these things help you. This helps you, and it's so cost effective. That's what a therapist does a lot of the time. They just sit there and they listen to you, and they'll be like, so, how does that make you feel? Don't you think that since you told me this makes you feel this way, do you think that you should really keep doing it? What do you mean? Yeah, like they're just regurgitating it back to you a lot of the times. They do. I've been around people that have been going to school for therapy. I've looked at somebody have therapy. I've watched them have actual therapy before, and they will talk to people. They will help them out that way. And that's what a journal does for me. It regurgitates back what I said by words. And there's no way that I can say, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say, yeah. You really did. So it really helps. And if you're going to read your journal back, one key thing that I want you to understand is that you shouldn't be upset or ashamed of how you reacted to a small situation or something like that. You should just be focused on what to do next so that that doesn't happen again, or so that you can change yourself to be more positive or happier. Don't do that to yourself, because you are a wonderful person and you are growing. Even though growth sucks sometimes, the growth period sucks, my dear. Sometimes it's just blah. Just like puberty, it sucks. Everything is just, sometimes it's just sucky, So, just understand. Just take your time. Everything will come to you in time. And I love you all. Palm out.